Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back for another episode of Supreme Rule Ultimate Curtain Steel as Soviet Union, and in previous episode we managed to capture Madrid, did we not? It's been quite a few days since the last recording session. It looks like there's actually some Portuguese troops on the Spanish side here. Not particularly surprised by that, but it's a good thing that we caught that. I'll send in a bit more troops heading down south, and of course we got a lot of troops over here around Barcelona. We got a bit of troops over here that are probably not quite in the shape to capture the rest of that. Although we could maybe send one of the, or some of the infantry from here. Although there's the port, so the port is something we'll probably want to keep hold of, so we'll just send in the engineer over there. Of course we do have the submarines guarding that as well. There should be fine. I've also given some orders over here for everything else, well, not everything else, but a lot of the other things that we have up and running. Oh, actually, something that I should probably move is the submarine from here. Move them a little bit further north. Of course, I can't capture the sea zones, for example, with those, but, you know, it might help if there's some enemy troops trying to get through. Let's unpause, shall we? So, a lot of combat's going. We got some... Oh, yeah, and that was the Portuguese troops that we just pushed back. And looks like the French are still at least attempting to push further and further south, which is kind of good. We got the AA units over here. I do wonder where's the closest airfield that they are likely using. Probably down that way. Let's bring our AA guns over here next to the river then. And we might be able to shoot down at least some planes. Probably not all the way there, but maybe around here. Oh, West Germany is wanting to buy some more petroleum, alright. Should be getting a lot of counter offers right now because I've decided to offer various deals with the Western African nations. So it'll likely cost us a little bit, but it should be fine. Oh, there we go. There's a bit of mostly Belgian troops actually trying to push through here. Okay, that's another one. 170 million. And another 60 million. Oh, and Argentina refused to buy some techs from us, but oh well. It's not the end of the world. Actually, I suppose one thing that I should still do, because I'm pretty sure that I still got those in here, is take some of these more advanced Besnels. Because some of them are actually already decently experienced. Let's just send them over here and start clearing out the northwestern part of Spain. Because if we can clear that, then there's not going to be any troops coming in from here. They can still come through Portugal, I suppose. But beyond that, it's not too bad. There's a bit of artillery around here, actually. But I trust that the French can do a decent bit of work on their own. Now, I did send... oh yeah, I did capture this now, so let's go ahead and entrench. You know what, we can probably entrench right there. Start fighting the garrisons from there, as well as that should be captured. And of course we do have artillery over here, which probably won't be able to do all that much, but we can probably push that a bit further in. We've got a few units over here guarding the flank. And of course we got some infantry over here that could perhaps start moving further north. And hopefully we can get the supplies to spread in there. Oh, it sounds like we shot something somewhere, probably in Spain. We are rockets. Well, it seems like there may have been a plane over here. For a short period of time. And there is a ton of artillery in here. From the French. A lot of that, I think, is the artillery that we sold them. I mean, we sold a lot of artillery to them, quite frankly. Let's go ahead and take these infantry and start pushing through these towns. Keep the sort of pressure on. Netherlands wants to buy some timber. They're paying pretty good price, so we'll take that. And this combat should be a victory, most likely. I mean, the garrisons aren't really that big of a challenge. We'll probably have to pull back like one infantry after this. But, you know, we can just pull it back to the barracks over here. So it should be fine. We got some planes over here in Zaragoza. We are bringing in a lot of infantry into that region, though, so we can take that soon. Right, so this one will be sent back. And the rest of these, just entrench into the city. So we can protect yet another crossing. And we can destroy the garrisons over there quite easily, I reckon. Especially since they're probably not doing all that much damage on us right now. Let's have a look at these situations down here. So oh, there's some fighting going over here. There's a lot of Mexican troops on this side of the border. Let's go ahead and capture the next town. We got a lot of infantry in here. We could probably send at least one group to start dealing with some of the enemy troops there. And then we'll just have a couple of units going around here. Right, we did also capture that one. So this should, technically speaking... Oh yeah, we need to capture that. But yeah, all of this should, technically speaking, switch sides soon enough. There is a little bit of a village over there. And also I did destroy the enemies over here, so that's good. That one doesn't have any supplies yet. We'd probably have to go and capture some of these. But it's a lot of time and effort to do all of that, quite frankly. Moving 7 infantry here to clear Lagarto. And then we can start pushing towards the next river here in Brazil, because there's still quite a bit that needs to be captured overall. Although we've done majority of the work by now. You know what, we can probably just entrench into the next town once again. And our infantry is slowly but surely arriving through here. I believe we still got a decent chunk of stuff in here, although probably not that much. We've got a lot of combat engineers, I suppose. And then of course we also got a little bit of stuff over here. I suppose from here we could probably take some more specimens out. Right, so it seems like we did actually capture this or destroy the garrisons already, so let's just push to the next area. Do we have any sort of anti-aircraft guns on this region? Not really, at least not by the looks of it. And Congo wants to buy some consumer goods, alright. Oh man, there is quite a bit of planes in there. If we attack that, it's going to be a little bit costly, no doubt. Right, so we do actually have supplies in here. Alright, well, let's get the infantry in. And then once the infantry is in combat, we can send in the tanks to assist. Or once the infantry is close enough to the combat. So, right about now. The tanks will be there first, actually. But once the infantry gets in here, we'll be dealing a lot of damage, so I'm not too worried about that. West Germany wants to buy some military goods from us. You know what? Sure. We'd have quite a bit of them. And that garrison has been dealt with now. Excellent. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gather up the infantry again here, bring in the artillery a little bit closer, and we're going to slowly clear out a lot of this, reach out or link up with the extra troops that were left behind before. And there's some French spies in here. I'm not entirely sure if I approve of that. Oh, there's a lot of planes flying about. Alright. Now we're dealing some damage on them, so it's not too bad. Oh, hold on a minute. That enemy infantry might actually get away or around us, so I'm just going to pull back to here. Oh, wait, no, hold on a minute. Yeah, they just captured the town, didn't they? Let's pull back into the crossing there, just to make sure that they won't be able to capture everything. And the French are now capturing some of the towns moving forward, so that's fine. Did we get the infantry? No, it's not quite here yet. It's getting close, though. Then we got a lot of infantry coming in here to clear out Zaragoza, as well as, well, we got some infantry moving down here as well to clear out the Soria. Right, time to gather up all these troops. And then we'll attack into the river crossing in Penedo. Somaliland and Congo have formed alliance, alright. And you want to buy some petroleum? You're actually paying a good price there. Dominican Republic, so I'll take that. Trade deal. Oh, there is a base over there that we might have to go ahead and clear. Also, I suppose we've got the artillery group over here. We could probably bring that closer. I'm going to put it on the other side of the river, just so that the AA guns might be a little bit closer to action, although not guaranteed by any means. There we go. Together with the French, we destroy yet another Spanish unit. And we've got some infantry over here, so I'm just going to start sending that to the northwest, towards Huesca. And looks like we got our infantry in here now, so let's just entrench it next to the airbase. Not going to go quite into the airbase yet, but we are going to be close to it. We've got some more infantry arriving, good. Oh, it looks like Valencia is already being threatened. So how is the Spanish, the military approval rating is 62% and domestic is 29%. So the domestic approval rating is actually not too shabby, but yeah, it's they've taken a fair bit of hits on their supports for sure. Go ahead and get our tanks from here. Is there might be enemies moving through there, but it's somewhat unlikely. Is there any garrisons in here? Not really. Okay, then I'll just keep my troops there. We're going to move in these into combat and maybe clear out the garrisons. There's one unit of infantry and then a lot of other things. We are about to get the orbital launches, by the way. So that's going to get us a little bit closer on the space race. Of course, we are utterly behind in tech compared to the Americans, but we've been fighting for a while now. When I say a while, I mean a long while. Hungary has moved to the non-aligned, okay. And then internal German border closed. Immigration to the Western Allied zones. East Germany has closed its internal borders and construction has begun on the Berlin Wall. Alright then. And then Congo is wanting to buy some consumer goods. They're offering a good price for it. So I will do it. And look like, oh yeah, the garrisons are utterly outnumbered there. And outgunned as well. Right, time to get you in there. And then we're gonna, with these two troops, we should be able to clear out the base over here a little bit faster. Or the town over here next, or close to the Portuguese border. Oh, okay, we're taking pretty hefty fire over here from the enemy planes. A bit too much, in fact. We've already lost, no, actually, we haven't lost any units yet, but I think we will be, because this bloody unit doesn't realize that if it stays there, then it's gonna get killed. Yeah, it got killed. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and retreat a little bit. And what we need to do is we need to bring our anti-air rockets over here a fair bit closer to shoot down all those planes. In the meanwhile, these can push into Huesca. It's going to be another barracks that we can capture. So this is one of the few units that we've actually lost in this campaign yet. But it was just a lot of planes flying out and about constantly. Right, let's move these in. That's only 3 garrisons. That's not going to last very long, luckily. Now, to be fair, that was one of the older Spetsnaz, so losing that isn't the end of the world, especially since it's just one. Go ahead and take these to entrench further south. We'll entrench over there first, and we're going to have these sit on the crossing point here, in case the French and or us get pushed back from there. Right, let's take Huesca. We're going to repair in there for a little bit. And there is a lot of planes flying around here. Okay, I don't suppose we have any more anti-aircraft units in here. We might have some in this group. Oh yeah, we do. There's at least 5 of them. Gonna bring them in here. Because there's a lot of planes flying through here. I don't know where they're actually heading to. Probably that airfield, actually. Yeah, it's what they are heading towards. Now we got the rocketries in here. We should be able to shoot down some of them. In theory. If we actually fire. Which doesn't seem like we do. But I suppose we only fire if they are on the French side. Right, did we get the infantry in here? Not yet. We did get the infantry over here though. So let's go ahead and start clearing out the northwestern part of Spain. As well as these two can start attacking. And then, over here, we've got our troops grouped up. So time to start pushing towards the river. And this combat is going just fine. That is good to know. Oh! The French are building an airbase and aircraft production. Or maybe this was something that the Spanish were already producing. Regardless of who's building it, it is there now. Go ahead and get in here. Did we get the AA units in here yet? No, they're probably on their way still. I think what might be better actually is just get these even closer in here. In which case we might be able to do something. Is there an airfield over here somewhere? Don't think there's an airfield near Barcelona, unfortunately. Or airbase rather. Oh, I suppose the airfield would work as well. Right, but I mean we do have a little bit of our own planes here though. What I could do, I could start sending my planes to patrol around here to start shooting down some of the enemy planes. There we go, that's 2. 3. At least 3 that I think that was the 4th one that we just shot down. Or at least 3 that we've shot down. So that's good. But yeah, this infantry group took a lot of damage in there. Bit of a shame. There we go. At least our planes did something. Didn't probably get enough experience. Oh, now they're being pushed around again. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have them go down there. Is there any other airfields nearby, though? That we've captured? We haven't really captured all that many airfields yet, have we? There's one in Madrid. There's an airbase. Which we could utilize, I reckon. Okay, there's a bit of infantry arriving here now, and that has been cleared up. There is still a lot of planes there. I mean, I suppose one thing that I could do is I could bring in an artillery group and bring that close enough to Zaragoza. And probably just entrench it over there somewhere. And if we start bombarding the airfield, then we can destroy some of the planes there. Plus push them out of there. And that way we don't need to worry about them. Right, so we did capture that one. Good. I suppose I could send this one around over here somewhere and start pushing closer and closer towards the Portuguese border once more. And at that point we can probably push these further south. Oh hey, we actually shot at something. Well, finally. Have we managed to build any more of the anti-air rockets? We actually have. I'm just going to take all four of these and transport them into Marseilles or somewhere around there. Getting more anti-air units will be quite useful. Especially around here, we just start shooting more and more of the planes down. There is are sending through there. Is that... They're still flying through there. If we were to bring our AA guns a little bit closer, and then we can get rid of that, as well as these can start entrenching closer towards Soria over there. So we can capture that little pocket that the enemy still hold. Right, how are we doing in Brazil? We have cleared out the garrison. Let's get into the town. Looks like the Argentinians are trying to advance a little bit, but not a lot of success, I'm afraid. We're bringing our artillery a little bit closer, and it sounds like our anti-air guns are starting to fire on their planes flying over us. Well, partially. I think that will get shot down. Oh, well, it was shot down by French planes. Alright, well, it's not the worst thing to happen. At least not for me. Right, so the artillery... Oh, the artillery is trying to get through, isn't it? Or at least the supply truck is. But the infantry is in the way. Let's just pull the infantry to the side of the road, so everything else can actually pass through. Oh, is that... Oh, there we go. The French brought in some artillery, and that's destroying some of the planes. Oh, that's good. And of course, a lot of the enemy planes were pushed to the side already. I suppose I could bring this to the other side over here, so that can also help on the attacks on Zaragoza. There is a lot of planes there. Go ahead and send our planes over here. Do a bit of a quick patrol. Oh, there we go. Shut down one. Might be flying over neutral space here, so that might be a little bit bad. Overall, I think we'll fine. Now we started bombarding the airbase over here. That means that we're destroying more and more of the planes. And the ones that survive are trying to fly away, so I think the plane situation over there has been cleaned up now. So we can send in the infantry in once again. And I think at Valencia, it should be time to start pushing in. Clear out the northern parts over here at least. And we can push through all of this. I mean, it's going to take a while before we can manage to do that, I reckon. But over time we can probably do it. Oh, there we go. We shot down at least one plane. And these are shooting down a lot of planes, aren't they? Well, at least damaging them. And pushing them back into Zaragoza to be bombarded by artillery. Well, ain't that lovely. I'll bring in some of our troops closer to attack from the north side into Zaragoza as well. Right, in Peru, how are we doing there? We did manage to clear out the base here. Get you over there. Let's push some of the infantry forward. There's some Ecuadorian troops pushing through, as well as there's some Mexican troops pushing in. A lot of nations are buying our petroleum, which I suppose is pretty nice. Oh boy, okay, at least we activated the trap car, so to speak, so now they're flying over the air, anti-air, pushing in here. They'll be doing something in there, I suppose. Took some more neutral fire there, which isn't great, but I think... Oh, you need to pull back already. And I suppose we could send in the reinforcements from the north into the combat. So Zaragoza is going to fall soon. There we go. That is now ours. And I believe we cleared up this. I'm just going to send the parachute in. Oh, right. That was some of the older stuff. Alright. Or like very old stuff. Well, no wonder that it took a bit more damage than the rest. Orbital launch system, 2 more days. Okay, that's good. And in Brazil, we did manage to get over here with just... honestly, we should probably link up with some of these troops first before pushing too much further in there, because there's, well, I mean, there's a lot of areas over here that we still need to capture as well. Looks like the battle in Valencia is going pretty strong. Or rather, pretty rough even. Okay, we can bring these in, because that's been cleared. That is all falling soon. West Germany wants to buy some more consumer goods. Sure. How much consumer goods do we have? We've got 150 in stock. 150,000, that is. It's not the end of the world. We've got a pretty good amount of petroleum still, 62 million barrels. And 30 million tons of timber. About 500,000 tons of rubber. And all the agriculture in the world. Well, not quite all of it, but a lot of it. We haven't been producing any ourselves, but we're still buying from places like Ukraine quite a bit. Looks like the garrisons in Valencia are slowly falling. I mean, some of our troops are taking a decent bit of damage, unfortunately, but... Oh, there we go, orbital launch system. Is that... Right, we still have extra research slots available. Well, the manned spaceflight is going to be underway immediately then. Military production level 4 is something that we're going to get in half a month now, which is going to be quite useful. There's some French units taking the damage now. Well, some of those are actually units that... Actually, most of those are units that we sold them. At least the heavy tanks. Oh, there's ships moving through here. Okay. Go ahead and take some of these submarines then. And send them down this way. Oh, there we go. Valencia has fallen. Time to move in. So how's the Spanish support now? Military support 56%, domestic 23%. So they're certainly taking a bit of a hit there. And now with our infantry moving into Valencia, we can clear out the garrisons in the surrounding areas. And we can just keep on pushing further and further, I reckon. So the capital is now in Sevilla. That's quite, well, to be expected. Let's just take this stack of infantry and start moving it further south. If we start taking these crossings here, that would be nice. And we haven't actually taken any damage on our troops here, which is quite useful. It looks like those garrisons are going to be done very shortly. So I have a feeling that the French are going to be winning this war soon. It might not happen quite today, but probably in the next episode or so. Let's just move in our troops over there to clear out the next little garrisons there. Then we can probably move in here and just start clearing out over here. Like the French can probably clear out the rest of that. Or we can just use some of our other troops to clear out that area. Looks like our anti-aircraft units aren't really needed in here. So we're going to start pushing them south, especially these 4. Start pushing them closer to shoot. Maybe start shooting down some of the planes going back and forth there. Right, so the tanks, I don't know how much I can realistically speaking do with these. Just those. I mean, we can probably do something. Oh, and these can start pushing it into the towns here. Slowly little bit surely clear out that. I'm just going to sort of follow the coastline over here, clear out La Coruna, go all the way to Vigo, and then just clear the rest of the area. It'll take some time, but it's definitely doable. Oh, looks like we've managed to push through. Oh, there's some Dutch tank destroyer in here. Well, well. Japan and Polynesia have allied, alright. Right, so we actually captured that. I think, did we capture that without even a combat? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. I mean, how is the Brazilian... Well, at least they got pretty good military approval rating, but their population has shrunk a lot. I don't think they have much of a military overall. They still got about 1/3 of a million. A bit more than 1/3 of a million. Total, but that's mostly just garrisons, of course. Looks like our troops over here are now moving in. Let's go ahead. You know what? Well, once we get across the river... Yeah, we've still got a few over there waiting. Let's send in some of the infantry through there. Start clearing out the coastal area while this group can just keep on pushing south. Oh, there we go. Now that we've got in there, the garrisons are just melting away. Evaporating, even. Still a little bit Spanish troops left in here. I mean, there's a lot of air units. Let's just move in our AA troops a little bit closer. Support whenever whenever we activate that air base. Speaking of air bases, actually, there's some friendly planes already in there. We've got some over here. I wonder if we could probably move into Zaragoza with these. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these to make sure that there's no troops left in here. There probably is. Oh, what's that? Ethiopia declared war on Eritrea. Okay. Oh, right, this one. Well, they're both NATO. So if one of the NATO nations get destroyed by another one, I'm not too fussed about it. Well, let's just entrench in here. And did we get our infantry? We did get our infantry through here, so that's good. Let's entrench over there. There's still going to be the planes flying about in here. We did get the rockets in. That is going to potentially help. Those are flying on the... Oh, there we go. They got themselves inside. They might get shot by our rockets. Let's just move in further south. Oh, we managed to cut these off already in here. Further southeast. Or southwest of Murcia. And, well, east of Granada. Okay, so... infantry is slowly moving through here. It's still going to take time before it's moved in. Oh, Eritrea to the NATO alliance from influence from non-aligned. Okay. Oh, I see. They used to be a puppet, weren't they? Of Ethiopia. But of course, now they're not anymore. Oh, there's some French ships over here, but there is a lot of enemy ships moving about. Mostly transports, to be fair. But there is also a American battleship over there, which might be a problem. Right, but with that, it would appear that we are actually out of time for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.